Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to do my pineapple ginger chicken. I've had it on my website, geez, I think since 2013, 2014, sometime back. I just have never done a video on it. So today I thought I'd do that. I want to also, before I get started, thank everybody. I just passed 10,000 subscribers. I like to call you guys my friends, not subscribers. We have 10,000 now. So that's all because of you. You guys have shared my videos. You guys have been putting them out there, and it's really helped our channel quite a bit. So since there's a lot of new people because I mean, when I first moved up here to Tennessee, we only had like 3 or 4,000 people. So maybe I should take a second and introduce myself and let you guys know exactly who and what and everything for all you new people. I'm going to turn the induction cooktop off just for a second because I don't need it getting too hot and smoking. I'm originally lived in Florida for about 30 years, 36 years. Came from Ohio, and it just got too crazy down there. I was doing real estate, working in the Broward County, which is Fort Lauderdale. Miami is Dade, and then also down in the Florida Keys, which was totally beautiful. That's one place I thought I was going to end up moving. I wanted to because it's just so beautiful down there, but it is so expensive down there. You can't live. Not the way I wanted to live. So I decided with all the craziness going on down there, we would move ourselves up to Tennessee. We came up back during 2020, during COVID in October of 2020. Looked around, really liked the area. So we started looking from Middle Tennessee over to East Tennessee and wound up in East Tennessee, which is kind of nice. That's where my whole family on my mom's side's from. Originally is the Appalachian Mountains, through Kentucky, a little bit of Tennessee, which was, I think he was over a little bit between here and Nashville, and one of my great fifth great grandfathers, I believe, and then West Virginia and in that area. So we bought land in the area. It turns out it's less than an hour right over top of the mountain from where my mom and my great grandma and grandpa and her grandma and grandpa, my great grandparents, they're all from in Bell County, Kentucky. So we got 6.8 acres up there, and we thought we'd have our cabin done by this time. It was a lot of work to do. We had a lot of clearing to do. We got maybe a little bit over an acre cleared, and I'm talking, I'll put a picture up here. This is what it looked like when we got there. The entire property looked like this. We weren't real smart. We came with a lawnmower, a weed whacker, and a little Troy-built chainsaw that was more like a handsaw when I was trying to cut things. But it took us a couple months, and we got a large area cleared out, and now that area looks a little bit like this. You can look back at a couple of our videos, and I think even one with Mom up here actually cooked up on there. We call it Cumberlachia. It's our farmstead, and that's where we're going to be putting our cabin. Right now we're working on a tool shed, and next will be a greenhouse, the garden area, because that's spring's going to be coming up. And if you all hadn't seen, I put a picture on Facebook, and I think I put it also over here on my community tab of all the seeds I bought. So we got to get those started. So got a lot of work to do. So in the meantime, for those of you who don't know, I'm living in a camper. It's about 10 foot by 24 feet, and it's just got a little kitchen, bathroom, bed over there, and just a little bit of living area. Got a desk over here where I do some editing, got the computer. It has worked out better than I thought it would. I thought I'd be claustrophobic. I'd go crazy in here, but it's exactly all we need. I'd like a bigger kitchen, but for right now, I'm able to show you guys, even if you have a small kitchen or just one or two of you, you can make just about anything in these kitchens. So let me get the induction cooktop started again here, which has turned out great having this because I have the gas stove and propane stove and propane oven. I don't like using the propane because it produces a lot of moisture, and in this closed space in the summer with the windows open, that'd be okay, but in the winter, all that moisture is going to start growing mold in here and getting really bad. So instead, I've got my induction cooktop, which I use for almost every meal. I just bought a Cuisinart, and it was sitting here. I moved it out of the way, but a Cuisinart oven, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And I had to get that because coming up in just over a month is our marching in with casseroles. Those of you that's been with me for a long time know what that is. We're going to have quite a number of great channels that participate, and of course my mom, if you don't know, Mama Vera, she's does videos on the channel as well. But marching in with casserole is coming up, and my little, well, my air fryer oven would do it, but it just do the little 8x8 pans, and I want to be able to do the 9x13s. So I like buying new toys, so I went and got that. So first I'm going to go ahead, since this is almost heated up, I've got about 2 tablespoons, not inches, 2 tablespoons of oil in here. I'm just going to season the chicken a little bit before I put it in with some salt and pepper. And then we're just going to lay these in. I'm going to start them with the, well, it would have been skin side down, but the skin and bones are removed from these. And I like using chicken thighs because I just think they have more flavor for a dish like this. You can definitely use chicken legs. You could use chicken breasts. That's not a problem. I just find that there's more flavor in the chicken thighs. That's why I use them. So we're just going to get these cooked up a little bit. Probably about 3 minutes on each side. Let me throw this away here. Yep. Guess I need my hand soap out here. Got a little place for everything in here. And believe me, when I'm cooking, doing things, I'm moving things back and forth, always changing around so I got room. But it is working out. I don't have all of my cutlery, my knives and everything. I actually store those in, I got a climate controlled storage unit at U-Haul, and it's just up the road. So all those canned goods that I made before we moved here, and all the other food that I put up, the flour, the rice, the sugar, things like that, it's all perfectly safe. It's not going bad, and it's within 10 minutes of here, so anytime I need to get something, I can. I do have some of these cabinets filled with some of the canned goods, and when Mom came up the last time, she brought corn and beans and tomato sauce and salsa, all kinds of great stuff. So those are up there. We have learned a lot camping in the winter. This is in Florida, so we've had the pipes freeze up. It has PEX tubing, just about the size of my finger, and it comes in here and comes through and goes into the bathroom. Some of you know when we had that big freeze around Christmas, it froze up. I just opened up everything, put fans on it, and with the heat we have here in the camper, we have 2 electric heaters. It keeps it above 71 to 75, whatever we like. So that's worked out well for us. But we have had some freeze ups, and I've got electric water hose, keeps the water from freezing. For those of you who have ever thought about camping in the winter, you can. We're totally sitting out in the middle of nowhere in a campground, and it's, I think, 24 degrees or 25 degrees this morning when I got up. But the electric hose comes on when it's about 41 degrees or less, keeps the water from freezing up, and then goes off when it gets back above that. So as you can see, I'm just browning this up a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to turn on another light because it's kind of dark over here. Give you a little bit more light on this. Okay, so now to this, let me get a little towel to lay this on. I'm going to add, whoops, and there goes everything. Reach over here and get my ginger. We're going to, because it's ginger pineapple, so we got ginger. We're using about 8 ounces of pineapple, crushed pineapple. I didn't have a small can, so I got a 20-ounce can. I'll just use part of it. And 2 cups of chicken stock is what I did the recipe with. And since I don't have my canned chicken stock here, I found the best is to use the better than bouillon. And this one is not the low sodium. Usually I have the low sodium, but I just mix this about a teaspoon to a tablespoon and to about 1 cup of water. So since I'm using 2 cups, I use 2 tablespoons there. So first I just want to get this kind of cooked most of the way through. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit close to my microphone here. You're getting feedback from this. Chicken smells good already. Okay. Now, once I put everything in, I will flip this back over because this brown sugar, the pineapple, and the chicken stock are going to kind of like color it, brown it a little bit. More of a nice, I don't know, brown color, which is really nice instead of the white chicken. I'm not sure what else to call it, but that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to put about 8 ounces of this pineapple in now because the chicken's probably about 2/3 of the way done. And it's going to cook in this as well. So I'm just going to spread this out. We'll let some of the juice go in there. That's just adding more flavor. It looks like about 8 ounces. It's going to have to be because I just touched my fork on the chicken and it's not going back in the can. So I'm going to put this aside and I'll use this for, maybe I'll make another one of those fluff dishes. They're real good, the cherry fluff. All right. So then I'm going, oops, let me get that out here. I'm put about a teaspoon of ginger. Depending on how well you like ginger, you can put a little bit more, a little bit less. I hate those little, there we go. And then I'm going to put 2 cups of water. So I'm going to use my mason jars, which I'm using for, heck, as you can see, I got them back here. I'm using it for my sweet tea. It's basically all I drink out of here. So I'm going to put 2 cups of that. Now into this one, I'm going to mix the better than bouillon. Get a little spoon. So I'm going to use 1 big heaping, so it's about 2 tablespoons of that. And I think this just adds a great finishing flavor, little umami flavor. And if you don't have chicken stock on hand, or if you don't can your own, you buy the box, you just don't have any, this is quick and easy. They've got it in beef, I think, seafood, pork, vegetable, and they do have low sodium versions. And that's what I usually get, but I don't think they had it when I bought this one. So that's why we got this. All right. Get that mixed around there a little bit. And then we're going to put about a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it here. You might want a little more. You might want a little less. And it looks good to me. Get it all mixed around there so those flavors melt. I'm going to turn it up on high and let it cook. Once this reduces down to almost a syrupy consistency, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I am going to suggest that you cut the chicken stock down to maybe 1 cup, 1.5 cups, because 2 cups did take a little while longer to cook down as I'd like it. I'm not sure. I know when I did this recipe, it was great, and I'm sure I used 2 cups, but I think it's going to go a little bit better if you just use maybe 1 cup of chicken stock. But as you can see, we're down to a syrupy consistency. And as I told you, I put the chicken in upside down just to get some of this coloring, the caramelization from the pineapple juice and the brown sugar. There we go. So I'm going to cut this off. And let's move this over here out of the way. It took about 10-15 minutes to cook down. If you like it a little bit juicier, I like it more syrupy, so I can pour it over the chicken. So that's the way I do mine. I'm going to grab a piece out of here. Leave the rest in there to stay warm. And I do like to get some of that pineapple and the brown sugar. A little bit bigger of a plate here for this long chicken thigh, but hey, I'll get a knife. And I'm telling you, this is so good. It's so sweet. It's tender, juicy. As you can see, it's not dried out at all. Give this a taste. Mm. This is great. You guys got to give this one a try. Like I said, it's been on my website since I think 2013. I'm going to put a link to all the ingredients. As you've seen, there wasn't that many. Put that down below here in the description. I also put it on my website, gregs-kitchen.com. That's a place you can go to and you can find hundreds more recipes than I've already done videos on, because I've been doing that website since 2013, 2012, sometime back then. So there's a lot more recipes on there. But yeah, give this one a try. When you serve it, just put it on a platter. Spoon some of this honey, or not honey, but brown sugar. Tastes like honey. The brown sugar and pineapple over top of it. Doesn't look real pretty in this pan, but you know, serve it up like that and your family's gonna love it. If you have any questions, just put them down below. If you have any other ideas for quick chicken meals, if you'd like to leave those down below the recipe, I'd be more than happy to try those out too. So until next time, thank you all. Thanks for everybody getting me up to over 10,000 subscribers now. I appreciate it. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. If you're not getting my notifications, YouTube has been doing this at a lot of channels. Miss Lori over at Whippoorwill Holler, who, of course, she's kind of one of the people that inspired me to keep going on this once I started back in 2020. She's even noticed that people aren't getting the notifications. I don't know what YouTube's doing, but go back, make sure you're subscribed, make sure the bell's clicked in the corner, and anytime we put up a video, you'll be notified immediately. So until next time, take care, God bless, and I love y'all. Bye-bye.